wild white supremacists. They're like gnats. They're all over the place. 4chan, full of them. Rooms and message boards. So, that's not really that much of a flex. But when they start to get political power or they become somebody in law enforcement, then I want to know who's who. So that's when it's more relevant. Anyway,
that makes sense.
Thank you so much. All right, Danielle Jose, or Josie, whatever your name is.
Daniel Jose.
Danielle Jose, what's going on, man?
Well, the title of your space actually drove me here, and I'm pretty glad and very thankful that you are speaking this out. And as a Venezuelan, also, first and foremost, I want to apologize for whatever the garbage people from my country is doing in your country. And and I speak about this one anytime I have the opportunity, and I do it because this is people that equally than you, I don't cherish these people. I don't cherish the existence of this train of Aragua. And that's actually the reason why I left Venezuela in the first place 7 years ago. But I never thought these people was gonna come and chase us now 3 years later. And it's very important for Americans to stand down against this. There's nothing wrong of kicking out these people. This is garbage people. These people should be put in jail and do free job for you. And totally against the existence of these people, sir. And it's important to you understand how detrimental these people is. Not just that, but the policies that are bringing these people in, and it's a total insane madness. In the state, they want to put your people in America, which is a culture that I really appreciate. I really love.
Thank you so much. Some of that I couldn't understand what he was saying, and I appreciate the brother calling in. A lot of it I really couldn't understand what he was saying, but I appreciate the brother. But I had to go ahead and land this plane and just listen to him talk. Now I got to taste some Chipotle. Oh, instead of just hearing him talk, I want a burrito salad for some reason. I don't know. I got a taste for a burrito salad right now from Chipotle, or some El Pollo Loco or something. Let me see who else is in here. We got a lot of people in here. Right now. Shout out to everybody in the room. We're in here deep right now. We're in here very, very deep. Family, did you guys see this brother? I think his name was Kenny Johnson. He testified against this chemical plant. He was like a whistleblower. There was some kind of a fire with a chemical plant down in Georgia, some kind of mysterious fire. And this brother was like a whistleblower. He kind of testified, I think, against the corporation for having something to do with this fire. And right after the brother did the testifying, he stepped outside and died. Did y'all hear that? The brother literally died right after he gave his testimony. Just dropped dead. Man, dude, what did they do to that dude? Man, they done sound like they done had some kind of covert heart attack dart or something, because they got stuff like that, man. They got stuff that'll take you out. Man, there was a video from like the 70s, like around 1975, where they were talking about they got like guns and weapons that they can shoot you with to make you have a heart attack, and you don't even know what hit you. This was like in 1975. Can you imagine what they got out here now? So yeah, this dude literally just dropped dead right after he testified against these people. Like when you testify or go against some of these corporate entities, you either mysteriously die or you mysteriously get some kind of charge on you. Just like with Diddy. Just like Diddy getting that charge, and they got him in jail, and they still haven't really defined what he actually did that was illegal. I mean, they got that man in jail, and they haven't defined what this man has done that was illegal. All the baby oil stuff and all of the kind of demonizing him in the media, they're not saying anything that he has done really illegally. They keep trying to put out these propaganda stories about Diddy's parties or whatever, but nothing is illegal. And also one of these accusers, that accuser that was up there with Gloria Allred, they done found some text messages showing that she was lying and she was plotting. They found some text messages from her texting her ex, trying to get her ex-dude to go along with the story, and she was going to give him like $3 million because it was like a finesse all along. So she was plotting and trying to finesse this situation with Diddy all along, and they got her text messages. So we got to be careful about this kind of stuff and be careful about co-signing it. This is why I get on black people's cases for co-signing this stuff, because the reason why white supremacist society can get away with these digital lynchings is if they can get black folks to co-sign. You there? And too many black folks co-sign this nonsense, and that's extremely off code. And the reason why they will platform black folks to sit here and kind of corroborate these little janky accusations against other prominent black people, because they need to do that so that they can hide the racist agenda behind it. See, they learned their lesson from OJ. Okay, you gotta look and see how deep this is. They learned their lesson from OJ. Notice with the Bill Cosby situation, they had to get black folks to co-sign that. With Diddy, they had to get black folks to co-sign that. With R. Kelly, they had to get black folks to co-sign that. You did? And I hate when I'm talking and I'm getting text messages. Can you guys hear me pretty good? Because when I'm talking and a text message comes through, it starts messing up the sound. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Y'all can y'all hear me real good, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right. So like I was saying, man, about they learned their lesson from OJ. When they were trying to get OJ, they didn't have black people really co-signing the white supremacists at the time. That was a problem for them, because we were so on code at the time. We were coming out of the LA riots. A lot of us were extremely on code, so anybody that would sit up there with the prosecution and go along with that narrative that OJ, who's innocent, committed those crimes, that was looked at as off code. And a lot of black folks knew better than to pull that. And the white media, them going after OJ, and them having a straight up and down white supremacist as the lead detective, it looked like what it was. It was just white supremacy, and it was a white supremacist targeting. It looked like what it was. And our good brother Johnny Cochran went in there and ran circles around him. And OJ was found justifiably not guilty, because he was not guilty. And the white supremacist society had a hissy fit. They had a hissy fit because they couldn't rig the situation like they're used to rigging it. So they said, hey, we got to go back to the drawing board. So if we ever do a high-profile lynching like this, we got to make sure we get some significant numbers of black people on code with us or on code with each other. So what they would do now in recent years with the OJ situation, they would talk about how OJ didn't like black people, or OJ didn't hang around black people, trying to get black society to turn against him. But many of us knew that the OJ situation, it was much deeper than just his personal dealings with white women and all that. We knew OJ was a white woman loving Sambo. We knew that. We knew that. We knew he was bucking his eyes for the white women. We knew that, but we also knew he was innocent. We knew that he did commit that murder, and us going along with that would not have been a good look. So enough of us were on code as far as that. Too many off-code people out here now, because what happens is people, if you throw a prominent black person under the bus, you can get some attention. You get platformed. And a lot of Negroes out here are just satisfied with getting seen and heard. And that's not a good look, fam. It's not a good look. Let's get some more people in here. We're in here. Let's get Blessed Finesse. Let's get Blessed Finesse in the building. Blessed Finesse, where you at?
What up, big dog? Can you hear me?
You all right, brother? You over there smoking on something? You good?
I was. I'm feeling now. I'm feeling. Hey, I posted the link to the heart attack gun in the chat, and as well I posted the link in reference the other thing you were speaking on. So, yeah. But let me just say this. I think we have to um, understand that the weaponization of immigration has really been detrimental to us, and these Venezuelans do need to be removed. A few people ago, someone was talking about how when we step outside now, it's every language. And it's the same here in Atlanta. And I mean, if you grew up in a historically black neighborhood or even 60% black, you know it's nothing like what it was before. And this is across the nation. So we got to stay the course. We can't let these people play with us, because the kicker is all these immigrants, they homelands, it's just them. So they don't understand. The culture's still there. They haven't been, the melting pot hasn't been attacked. You know, we've been attacked by the melting pot. So, so F what they talking about, because in their homelands, if the same was going on, their people would be fucking pissed, because that's a massive change that we don't deserve. It's disrespectful, and I'm happy we're waking up. Appreciate it, brother.
Yes. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. All right. We got T.S. Giselle in the building. T.S. Giselle, hop on.
Period. And for the tens of thousands of viewers on YouTube that are all of the comments commenting on the presence of the TS, oops, I'm back on stage.
Okay, what kind of what was that? Was that your cattle bell? That was your cowbell on?
No, that's me letting the girls know that my presence will always be here, and there's nothing that you can do about it. What's on your? Oh, Nancy, shut up with your big white head ass nigga. Oops. They got a little uncouth.
All right. Leave it.
So I just wanted to get that out of the way. So I can't wait till you upload this. I also wanted to say to Rick, I actually don't like what you're doing. You're separating your clips. It's kind of annoying and then you're premiering them. Like, we just want to upload this, like, when I'm working, I like to, because, I work in corporate America, and of course, most of your fan base is unemployed, so that's why they can stay up at 3 a.m. in the morning and listen to you. Well, for us girls, our working girls, I like to listen to the space the next day in full, but now you're like separating the clips, chopping them up into 10 different videos, and it just is a bit annoying. And I have seen other people in the comments say that they don't like that, so maybe you should read it.
No, I chop them up because it's more concise, it's more on topic. Sometimes people want to hear a specific topic, so I just make it more easy to archive and find certain conversations, so it works better. And, when you're selling bussy, you have something to listen to, because I know it's real quick. You give a little 5-minute job here, a little 15-minute job here, and do what you do, and get back to that bussy slinging. But go ahead. It's okay.
That's not what I...
Oh, what happened, T.S.? Something happened with your phone. Something happened with your phone, T.S.
So let me be very clear. I'm a professional. I have multiple degrees. I have a professional degree as well. I work in corporate America, sir. I submit an expense report for my corporate travels. I have a corporate credit card. So what we're not going to do is act like I participate in something that I don't. And that goes for your space and other spaces that I'm in as well. I'm highly educated, okay? Let's be very clear. Now, okay? So before you check me, check the moisture of your wig glue with your toupee on top of your head to read. Okay, so this is what I came up with.
You're mistaking my hair for your pubic hair on your balls. So we're not going to go there. But go ahead. All right.
I know you're not talking with them knock-ass knees and black-ass stubs, okay?
That's one of your tricks. I have neither knock knees or black gums. You're describing what you look like under that wig. It's not me who looks like a big, jolly, moist Gerald Levert. That is you, T.S. So let's not project, all right?
We're not going to project, okay? Your $2 Montel Jordan, it very much gives every girl's dream, every man's fantasy.
Okay, Mary J. Garage. Okay, we're not going to go there, Mary J. Garage. All right, let me get you up out of here.
I haven't
Thank you
asked
so
my
much, Mary J.
question.
Thank you, Mary J. Garage. All right, let's see who else is in here. All right, let's get some more people in here. All right, let's see. Let's get Juicy. Let's get Juicy in the building. Let's get Juicy.
A real woman on the stage.
Oh. Hey,
Peace and power to
What's
you,
on your
King Tariq. Giselle, you couldn't
How
never,
are
you
you,
don't have
dear?
to not close at all. I'm doing very well tonight. Thank you so much for hosting this space a little bit earlier so I can catch it because, you know, a lot of the people in your space are business owners. And so, you know, we own businesses and we, you know, we have black jobs and, you know, we get bags in every lane. We learn from the best. You know, you have to have multiple streams of income and revenue coming in. That's what, you know, that's what we got from you. So thank you. But I came up here to say real quick in regards to Johnny Cochran, when you brought him up right before his untimely death, he had put together a project called the Reparations Assessment Group, which was a team of lawyers, of class action lawyers who have gone and won lawsuits of into the billions, right? And so he put together this team because he was going to take the legal route versus the political route into getting reparations for the descendants of Black Americans. He did do an interview with Tavis Smiley on NPR, but if you go to NPR and just pull that archive, they won't let you hear it. You can't even listen to it right in real time because he did have press around it. So I thought that was really interesting. And then also I did put the clip in the Purple Pill in regards to the biolab. He was a state representative and supervisor who had went in and asked for a criminal investigation in regards to this massive amount of chemicals being, you know, thrust out into a community. This is a neighborhood community that is predominantly upper echelon Black American. We're talking about 85 to 95% upper middle class Black Americans in that Conyers area. So it's a big deal. He lived in the area and he focused on environmental and water analysis, and he wanted people in the community to go get blood tests to test for toxins. And he literally dropped dead right out. Like he was absolutely correct. So yeah, I just wanted to bring awareness to that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, beloved. That's crazy. I didn't know the rest of the context of that. So yeah, this is even more suspicious that the brother was hollering at them about what was going on with the chemicals and, you know, hey, this is a Black neighborhood. What's going on? The minute he gives his testimony, the dude walks outside and dies. That's crazy as hell, man. That's insane. All right, shout out to everybody in here. We got a lot of folks in here. Retweet and let everybody know that we're live right now. Let's get we got some Japanese words here. I don't know what these words say, sir. But what's going on?
Yo, what's going on, Flex?
How you doing, brother?
Chillin'. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Where you from? Are you Asian? What are you, bro?
Nah, man. I'm FBA.
Okay. But you have an accent. You got an accent, bro.
Yep. I've been in Japan by like 5 years, though. I think we spoke a while back ago, though. Like maybe like last year or something.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get into your background. Where's your family from? What part of the U.S.?
Yeah, so my pops, he passed away last year, but he's from Kingstree, South Carolina, and then my mom is from Philly.
Okay. Your mom, is she white, Asian? What is your mom?
Nah, my mom's Black, but she got like Native American mixed with her.
And your dad is from South Carolina?
Yeah, he's from, do you know Kingstree, South Carolina?
And you don't sound like neither one of them. You don't sound like you have your voice inflection. There's no soul in it. Why is there no Majara or no soul in your voice?
I promise you, I'm 100% FBA.
Okay, all right. So what's going on out there in Japan?
Nothing much, man. Chilling, man. I don't know if you saw the news, but Kanye, he's supposed to be moving out here, so that'd be dope if he can, get his citizenship out here. And I was.
He's divorcing his lady too. I heard something going on with the. Or I hope, well, he probably had her sign all types of NDA, all of that. So I don't know if there's going to be some kind of scandal with that, but that's interesting. That's going to be interesting. But all right, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. All right. He said he was FBA. I don't know. He could be. I don't know. Without idea. I didn't hear the Majora soul in the voice. I didn't hear it. Usually you can hear it. Usually you can hear it a little bit. Let me see. We got a lot of people in here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get 21 play. Let's get 21 play in the building. What's happening, 21? 21 play. Unmute your microphone, sir. All right, he didn't want to talk. Listen, if y'all don't want to talk, don't get on up here. Let's get Misinformation Ranger. I remember that name. I had you on here before. I forgot what we talked about.
Atiman Tariq, go on.
Your Batty Man, nothing. Batty Man is your granddad.
Yo.
That's the Batty Man who had to pop that bush.
Pussy, relax. Oh, go on, you good?
Okay, I'm good, but we're not going to bushmeat babble. That's what we're not going to do.
Bushmeat, man.
But we're not going to bushmeat babble, Babatunde. So let's calm that down. So what's on your mind? What's on your mind, little moist, musty thing?
Yeah, I'm Americanized, man. I don't eat bushmeat, brethren.
You ain't not with that accent, nigga. I can hear the must over the phone. You're not that Americanized. But go ahead, sir.
Yo, I heard that Kamala Harris has been in contact with you. You're about to have the whole FBA, the Foundation of Batman Americans, voting for Kamala. Is that true?
Sir, did you write that material? You could have... I'm going to say foundational body.
Yeah, you can't really...
Hey, what's good, chat?
Guys, foundational
Oh,
body.
man.
I'm so witty. I'm the next Michael Blackson. Okay. Yeah, you probably wrote that about 2 weeks ago and you couldn't wait to get that off, huh? You're probably sitting up there, you probably didn't even bathe. You say, "Ooh, I can't wait to get on the space and say, foundational Batman. That is so hilarious."
Brother, you can't style my thing, bro. But
waited that long to tell a flop joke.
Lord have mercy. I heard that Kamala Harris reached out.
Don't tell this. Now listen, here's the thing. Listen, now that there's a possibility that Trump is going to get back in office and some of your cousins, they're going to take y'all up out of here, man. What are y'all going to do? Y'all going to get sent back to the Caribbean?
Coming to California, man. I'm going to live at your studio.
No, you can't do that. I don't have bushmeat insurance. You can't be cooking bushmeat in my place. But what are you going to do when you're deported? What are you going to shut up? What are you going to do, sir, when you get deported back to the Caribbean, back to the shanty towns?
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come live.
Have you made preparations?
I'm going to come live with your wife's mother-in-law.
No. That means you're going to live with Sally Struthers. That's the only white person you're going to live with. You're going to have to go live with Sally Struthers. I think don't even want to play. No. You're going to have to get that 32 cents a day from Sally Struthers again, brother. You're not going to eat good no more. You're going to go back to being hungry and musty and skinny. Is that what's bothering you, sir? Dudu Tunde, hop on.
What bothers me is that fake-ass hairline you got. Why are you...
Oh, no. It's called an FBI.
Why they should receive it, nigga?
No. You don't project your bad hairline onto me, Dudu Tunde. I know that y'all think hairlines are magic. They're not. We just grow them naturally. I know you're not used to it. I know y'all see people with decent hairlines. You think it's sorcery and trickery. No, it's just something that y'all didn't grow up with. If you didn't shape up your hair with rusty butter knives, you would have a robust FBA hairline. You wouldn't be sitting over there with a cul-de-sac in your head, sir. All right? Anyway, Dudu Tunde, thank you so much, sir. Your mama's titties, okay? I'm voting for your mom's titties. And I'm going to vote down ballot. I'm going to pull them titties down. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see. Let's get some more people in here. All right. A lot of folks in here. Yeah. Y'all work on your material. If you foundational book-broken niggas. Okay. Let's work on your material, sir. Okay. Let me see. We got a lot of people in here. Let's get Jay in here. Let's get Jay. And then we'll get Watching Anonymously. All right, Jay, you ready?
Yeah, what's up, Tariq?
What's up, Jay? How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind, Jay?
I was gonna ask, would you ever think about doing like a Dr. Claude Anderson like movie since he's basically retired speaking? That's the question I wanted to ask.
There you go. I don't know. That might be a possibility in the future. That might be a possibility. Let's get Watching Anonymously. What's happening?
Can you hear me?
Yes, what's up, Watching Anonymously?
So, I want to make a point of something that I think most people are forgetting about who we're dealing with when it comes to, like, for example, immigration. We're dealing with people who think like chess, 2 or 3 steps ahead, right? So, of course, yeah, bringing in the immigrants is going to destabilize the country and replace the black vote. But at the same time, when you bring these people over, they're going to cause violence, which will make American people rise up, which will make civil war almost. They can fill up the prisons. But it's used to set a precedent to create a borderless North and South America. That's why they're doing it in Europe. They're trying to get rid of borders in order to facilitate the one world government. So, we're dealing with people who think like 4 or 5 steps ahead.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Let me get some more people in here. Logic, what's that?
Hey, what's going on, Brother Flex? How you doing, man? Hey, fantastic. I'm a long-time listener since back in the you're laughing me all days, back in the Mac Lessons days, man. So, I'm glad that you're speaking up on this whole voting thing and the Democratic, what we got going on with the Democrats and the Republicans. And it's interesting to see a brother like you come out and be openly speaking about, what's going on with the Democratic Party. Especially most of us, like myself, I'm a young guy in my 30s, and our ancestors or our moms and our dads and our grandparents, we've always voted the Democratic Party just because we're black. And now we're seeing the veil is being taken off a lot of things now. So I'm glad you're pointing that out and trying to help move us in the right direction with transparency. So I just want to give you a shout out. Thanks for everything.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Logic. Willie James, you got a lot of sound effects going on over there, Willie.
Can you hear me, Tariq? I'm sorry, I'm in the library, but can you hear me, brother?
You in a library with all that noise, brother? What kind of loud library?
The Central Library in downtown Los Angeles, brother. But how you? This is my first time on your show. I want to thank you for everything you do. But Tariq, I'm FBA, Foundation of Black Americans, and I'm part of something called the African American Maryland Movement. And what we do, hello?
Yeah, what's that, brother?
You can look me up on YouTube, African American Maryland Movement. What we're trying to build a home for black people in the state of Maryland, District of Columbia, and deal with Atlanta, Georgia. The only homeland. Go ahead. Hello?
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, so why? Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you.
Okay, so what's the reason? Okay, so what's the reasoning for us moving to Maryland? What's the reasoning? I don't get it.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, right now I'm living in Los Angeles. Black people are being pushed out of a lot of these major cities. Our numbers, Maryland is over 60% black, and Washington, D.C. is 40% black. If we keep getting enough black people to move to this region, we can build a land. We can do others in the United States. Tariq, all I add is just check YouTube, African American Maryland Movement. Any black person, no matter what part of the United States, no matter what you're going through, you have a homeland in Maryland, and the black man should never be in Georgia. The worst circle for black people is Atlanta. The true chocolate city is going to be in the state of Maryland. African American Maryland. Go ahead.
Okay, so why is Atlanta bad and Maryland good? You haven't explained why Maryland there's 60% black people there, so there's a lot of black people in Atlanta. So why is Atlanta bad and Maryland good?
Because because Maryland is Benjamin Banneker and Frederick Douglass set Maryland up for it. If you go to my YouTube page, I put a video out called The Four States of Death. The black man has no place in the South. Because it's so racist. You ever notice you should never go nowhere where you're not welcome? When I see them Confederate flags down south, I know I ain't got no business down there. And I know my ancestors, going back to Benjamin Banneker, who was a foundation of Black American, he set Maryland up for us. All I ask Tariq, I know you're a very busy man, brother, and I hope to see you at Taste the Soul in October, but just check it out, the African American Maryland movement.
Thank you, brother. Okay. Good Lord. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. What was that, man? No. Talking about the Confederate flag. Y'all know slavery was in Maryland, too. Y'all do know that, right? Yeah, Maryland wasn't really no better. They had a lot of them breeding farms out there in Maryland. Them breeding farms were heavy in Maryland. That's why there's so much incest in Maryland. Maryland has a high rate of incest with families. That's why Monique was, all that stuff happened to Monique and all those stuff. Yeah, that's real big in Maryland because of the history of incest and slave breeding out there. It's a real interesting history. But yeah, everybody moving to Maryland. No, and shout out to Maryland, but I'm not trying to be out there like, hey, how you do? I want some food. I don't want to be talking like that. And shout out to Maryland. But yeah, we don't have to congregate all in one place. Good Lord, people be having these Renum spoons ideas. Let me get the good brother Professor Allen in the building, and everybody needs to be following Professor Allen on here. Brother Professor Allen, how are you?
Hey, Brother Tariq, how you doing? Well, first and foremost, I'm going to be real quick, but I'm coming with the scholarship. With regard to what the gentleman just said about Maryland, unfortunately, he was askew. Let's go back to our brother Claude Anderson. According to Dr. Claude Anderson, he said, quote, "The Maryland colony set the stage for black slavery in America by issuing government policy that singled out blacks for subordinate and exclusionary treatment. In 1638, the first public edict or policy against blacks was issued by Maryland Colony Assembly. That edict declared that neither the original 20 free blacks nor their offspring shall be permitted to enjoy the fruits of white society." So in essence, Brother Tariq and family, Maryland doomed foundational black Americans to servitude. That's what Maryland did. Lastly, go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead. I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
Yes, sir. And one more thing, back to the premise of what y'all talking about earlier. While you were talking, I was like reading, and I was like, man, that's so on point when you talking about with respect to Venezuelans. The title, Dr. Anderson says, quote, "Hispanics have enjoyed the benefits of having it both ways. First, they criticize white society for its disproportionate share of wealth and power. Then they classify themselves as Caucasian. These groups classify themselves as Caucasian for social purposes, then as minorities to qualify for government programs." I mean, come on, man. It couldn't be any clearer than that, bro.
My man, thank you so much, brother.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, they play 3-card Monte. Yeah, a lot of the Hispanics over here, they play 3-card Monte. They go 3 ways with it. They'll go white and get all the privileges of whiteness. They'll go and they'll do the black and brown when it's convenient and there's a bag in it for them. When they want to claim something that we created, hell, Puerto Ricans is kind of black too. Yeah, they'll play that. And then they'll go indigenous. Well, I'm native. I'm Taino Indian too. They go 3 routes with the finessing. So it's very interesting. But yeah, the brother, that whole thing of, hey, let's all move to one state. No, all we got to do, we just got to be on code with each other no matter where we are. If we're on code with each other, no matter where we are, we're good to go. Because we've been here long enough, I don't believe that we should be hoarded off somewhere, like a newly arrived immigrant group. We don't have to do that. Just everybody be on code all across the board, no matter where you are. And we get on code based on our lineage. That helps us get on code because that's the common denominator. We have our lineage and our spiritual lineage. That's what we start getting on code around. Let's get Jet Life. Yeah. What's up, brother?
Man?
How you
Not
doing,
bad,
man?
not bad.
So what's on your mind?
Nothing much other than, I don't know if you've seen on the Spaces, they had a video of Habibi getting teeth on in 7-Eleven down there in L.A.
What happened?
Where the Indians got beat up and robbed at the 7-Eleven. They ran in there, took all the backwoods swishers and Newports. I'm just trying to figure out why we always getting blamed for it, because I ain't seen nothing but a bunch of white people and Mexicans out there doing it.
Oh, yeah, they always do that. Every time there's some kind of smash and grab and everybody's got on ski masks, you can't even see who they are. They just by default blame black folks for it. So, yeah, that's mad corny. Those are Asians and Hispanics doing a lot of those smash and grabs. I remember they were out there at the Topanga Mall and they did a big smash and grab. And they said if they're trying to blame that on black people, it was clearly little Asians and Hispanic guys doing that. So, yeah, you know, we got to stop letting them folks play that game and do these crimes and dump them on us. They love doing that. Let's get Jonas Ben. Jonas Ben.
I'm right here. How you doing, Tyreek? Pleasure to be on here tonight, man. This is my first time listening to you.
Oh, man, where you from?
Huntsville, Alabama, man.
There you go. Shout out to Alabama. Shout out to them.
Appreciate it.
So what's up?
Well, what's on my mind is the concepts, how we've been thinking as a people. We want to talk about Democrat, Republican. They're part of the same bird. Let's just establish that first. But number one is, everybody want to talk about Kamala, how bad her points of view and what she look like. What does Trump look like to y'all? Is that really something that you want to represent America?
Hey, you know, I'm not supporting either one. But again, the secondary policies, they're interesting. Now, Trump's policies, clearing up some of this immigration, these folks coming over here getting our resources, that looks good.
But you know what?
It looks very good.
But you know what, Tyreek? Everything he have said have looked good. I mean, yeah, the HBCU presidents taking photo ops, that look really good. But he ain't do nothing for them because it was federal funded institutions anyway.
Yes.
So let's not get caught in the charades game thinking that he's going to win. I mean, if someone can't keep a casino and he done licensed all his business out to China, which makes China say, hey, you know what? As long as we put Trump in office, we always going to make money.
Now, are you supporting Kamala?
I am.
Okay. Now, what has...
My dog live.
Hey, yo, man, I'm trying to hop on this shit. My Wi-Fi keep acting stupid. It's been acting dumb the last couple of days. I'm resetting this shit now. But shit been acting terrible these last couple of days. I ain't even use this shit.
Acting crazy.
So, I'm gonna call you when hopefully this joint start working. So I'm gonna call you in a little bit.
Alright.
And you're supportive of the LGBT lifestyle, right?
I didn't say I was supportive. Don't twist. Don't act like Fox News now, Tariq.
I'm just trying to see. Have you engaged in any of that lifestyle, sir?
I have never been gay. Never played with a woman. Now I've been in a threesome with 2 women. So let me take that back.
Okay. Was one of the women TSU?
Both of them was just experimenting. We was young. We was in college.
Okay, got it. Okay, all right. And all right. But thank you so much, Jonas. I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah, I think there's some Bucci Cat energy going on, family. The guy's in his 50s and not married. Okay. And he's stumping for Kamala. And I done told people the kind of dudes who rock that hard for Kamala. You rock that hard for Kamala, there's some Bucci Cat stains on the bed sheets. Yeah? But I think the brother had some stains on that sheet, man. I don't know. I'm trying to be respectful, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you got a hankering for gooch, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you like. But I like to put things in context when I see a dude stomping for Kamala Harris. It's always a Bucci Cat friendly type of dude. And based on what dude was saying, I think there might be some leanings to that lifestyle. Yeah? He's trying to talk around it. Yeah, ain't nobody really, because he was a Democratic shill. We get it. He's using all of the Democratic talking points. But there's always a certain level of sass there. Yeah? Mr. Jake, what's going on, Jake?
Peace and blessings, brother. Yeah, man. I came up to ask you a question, man, because I'm personally voting for Trump because he's gonna get these illegals out of here. I don't have and I look at that as a tangible for Black Americans, right? But even though that they both they the same coin of different tokens, and I think that even if people do choose the couch, because there have been a lot of confusion on the app when people talking about, you choosing. People haven't done nothing for us. So, we voted ourselves in this situation. Why should we choose the couch to get ourselves out the situation? And I think that, if Trump is going to be, supporting these individuals that came over here illegally, that's something that Black Americans should stand behind, especially if we're looking for reparations, because they spent $3.2 trillion on these illegals and foreign.
I feel you. Let me land your plane. Thank you so much, brother. Fuatula?
Yes, it's Fuatula.
How are you, Fuatula?
I'm good. I just want to know, why do y'all keep on saying Kamala? Why y'all keep saying it? That's not her name. Why do y'all keep on saying it?
Are you cutting up bush meat right now, man?
Huh?
Are you cutting up bush right now? What is that noise in the background, man?
Oh, that's my tea. That's my tea.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's some tea. I'm making some tea.
Okay. Now,
I just want to know why y'all keep saying Kamala. Why y'all keep saying it?
Well, we're foundational Black Americans, so the way we enunciate things are different. We're not really East Indians, so we
it's
play.
Kamala. It's just Kamala.
But sometimes we say Kamala. It's like certain accents from different people. We got FBA accents, so certain words are pronounced different ways. Like down in Atlanta, there's a street called East Ponce. I used to call it Ponce de Leon. That's the correct pronunciation. But when you go to Atlanta, it's Ponce de Leon. So it's the same. But ain't nobody tripping. It's just a different pronunciation of the same thing based on accent. There's a place in Illinois called Cairo, Illinois, but they pronounce it Cairo. So that's
Did
just.
you see? Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Where you from? You East African, dear? Where you from?
I'm from Arkansas.
Okay. With the name Fuatula?
I just have an African name.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're from Arkansas? Okay. Yeah. You from Arkansas or Arizona?
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock. Okay. And I whenever people do that, it's Kamala, not Kamala. That's a K-High person. So you're a big supporter of Kamala. I'm assuming you're voting for her, right?
Right. I'm an independent.
No, but you're voting for Kamala. What's making you vote for Kamala? Or Kamala? What's making you vote for Kamala?
Huh? Oh, well. She is a wonderful black woman to me because I think that women are very smart, and I do not think that Donald Trump is dumb.
Okay,
I think that's what I think. That's what I think. Okay.
A black woman where? Where is she black? Because her father has never been verified that man has been classified or identified as black. So where's the black?
If you look it up, if you do your studies and research, look him up. He's Jamaican, and look at his skin color. It's darker than hers. He's Jamaican, and her mother is Asian, and so she's biracial with that, and so she's mixed with that.
Jamaican doesn't automatically make you a black person. There's Indo-Jamaicans, people from India who are in Jamaica, who are dark skinned. Vivek Ramaswamy, whatever his name is, he's darker than me. He's not black. Okay?
Hello?
Yeah, that whole she's a black woman. No, I don't know now. We don't know that. We don't know. No.
If you got a little black in you, you black.
Well, no. Does her father have some black in him?
Yes, he's black. Jamaican.
No, but that, again, a lot of Jamaicans, they don't classify themselves as black. They'll be
Bob Marley, he's black.
They'll say, I'm not black, I'm Jamaican. Yeah?
You Jamaican? You saying?
Who, me?
Is that what you said?
No, I said, no, you have a lot of people who will, I'm not black, Jamaican, that's what I'm saying. But how old are you, dear? You're in the 50s, how old are you, dear?
I'm 47. I'll be 47. I'll be 47 in 10 days.
Okay, you married? Have you been married?
He did. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry to hear that. When did your husband die?
He died. That's all.
Was he a white man?
No, my mom. I said in the house with my mother and my dad. He died of crack.
Okay, he was smoking crack.
Yeah, he tricked me.
How did he trick you?
Because he had diabetes, and I thought that it was small just because of the diabetes. And then all of a sudden, on my first anniversary, that was my present. That was stupid. That was dumb. That you don't just go up and marry a crackhead. You don't do that. But then he said, Fatula, I got something to tell you. I smoke crack. That was so stupid. That was the worst thing in my life. I mean, I just left the room. That was it.
And how long were y'all married?
2 months.
Was it y'all married for 2 months?
No, I mean, not 2 months, 2 years.
2 years. So he wasn't smoking up all the furniture and the appliances? He wasn't smoking up everything in the house?
Not everything in the house. He just smoked a lot, and he smoked in the house. That's all I know. He smoked in the house, and he smoked with he didn't call them his friends because he went to AA a little bit. So he called them not his friends. He said that to me because he went to AA a little bit. So he went to those people.
Did he ever give you a pipe?
Give me anything?
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't no Whitney Houston Bobby thing. No.
Okay. All right, beloved.
Didn't go that way.
All right. Okay, well, thank you so much, Fatula. I appreciate you. Okay. Sound like she's up here supporting Kamala, and she can't really articulate why she's supporting Kamala. So I think there's some crack residue still in the house. Because she can't really justify why she's supporting Kamala. So I think that pipe might still be around. That's what I'm asking for. That's what I'm asking for. And bless her heart. Bless Fatula's heart. You're all right, Fatula. And I hope everything is going to work out and everything. Donald, what's up, Donald?
What's happening, Tariq? Listen, excuse me. What advice do you have for black men in the world today who are considering getting married?
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing. You should get married. In this day and age, absolutely. Brothers got to settle down. The streets ain't what they used to be. The streets are raggedy right now. Y'all better find you a good one. Sit your ass down somewhere. These streets are raggedy. Y'all being raised. There's crack babies out here, grown crack babies, group home chicks, ladies. You know, you got to watch some of these dudes. They moist, sassy. There's a lot of degeneracy going on in these streets. Find you somebody decent and settle down with them. Y'all don't know what's going on out here in these streets, man. You got sack chasers, dudes. Find you somebody you can deal with. You don't want to lay up with these riff-raff chicks, and then you come up later on in life, and then they turn around and pull this stuff they pulling on Diddy. Like, 20 years ago, this dude touched my titty in the club. I need to get a bag out of him. So you alleviate that by just being in a situation where you avoid the riff-raffs. Avoid them. And try to be around constructive people. We got to get around constructive, like-minded people who are about building and empowerment. And this is why I'm glad we have a movement of us seeing the value in who we are. When you see the value in who you are, you'll clean yourself up and you'll be more upright. I'm real big on us valuing who we are as a people so that degeneracy won't be so normalized. All right? Let's get Adonis. I'm going to talk to Adonis in a minute. What's going on, Mr. Adonis? Where you at, Adonis?
So I don't understand, I understand you're saying to vote for the couch, but your point being that people that are voting for Kamala are basically for LGBT if they vote for her and they're straight. I wouldn't vote for Trump because J.D. Vance doesn't even want me to have the right to vote because I don't have children. And he's also not for student loan debt forgiveness, so I can't vote for a party that places judge in office that stops Biden administration from forgiving student loan debt. That would have a direct impact on me. Trump is Israel first, and he walks around with a little yarmulke Israel hat, and he promises to help Israel to wipe out the Palestinians and send more of my tax dollars to Israel. I haven't heard anyone from Israel or any of these other countries promise to give money to Florida or the people that are going to be hurt in the hurricane. So I can't vote for either one of the people. But if I did vote for someone, I would probably vote for Kamala because she might actually try to help with the student loan debt. And I'm gay, and I guess I have to go with the Democrats since I'm gay, and the Republicans don't like me.
That's the deal breaker. Let's be real. Sometimes there's a deal breaker, and that's the deal breaker. Sometimes you got two parties. They got some kind of janky policies that you ain't really feeling, but they do have a deal breaker policy, and the deal breaker is Bussy or the Democrats, and that's where you're going with it. And I wish people just say that. Just say that. Like for me, if there was a gun to my head, and they say, hey, you better vote for either Kamala or Trump, which one are you going to lean towards? Well, neither one of them are giving reparations. Neither one of them really have any tangibles for black people. But okay, the deal breaker is Trump is doing something about immigration. You're keeping a lot of jobs here in the States. Okay, that's a deal breaker for me. I would lean more that way if I was forced. So it is what it is. I just wish people would just be honest about what the deal breaker is. My deal breaker is immigration. Immigration is a problem, and our resources going to all these other groups, that is a problem. And I'm not in school. I'm not a student. But my tax dollars are being utilized for illegal immigrants. I ain't with that. That's another deal breaker. There's a lot of deal breakers out here. Yeah? Man. All right, let's see who we got. We got a lot of y'all here. One MP, hop in.
Well, hey, Tariq, how you doing tonight?
How
All right, it's a pleasure to speak with you. I got to tell you that you and the Black Authority have saved my life more than once. And that's because I go see people in their homes as a nurse, and as a nurse practitioner, I see them in the home, and my assignments is usually pretty rural. So once I learned that power respects power, and my father taught me how to do that military handshake by a Marine and look them dead in the eye, I've never had issues in my face while I'm in the field, I should say. Do you know what I'm saying? And my brother, he put me on to you guys, and that has saved me countless of times. So I really wanted to make sure you knew that.
Man, I really appreciate that, beloved. That is beautiful, beautiful stuff. Thank you.
Tariq,
Long,
how you doing, Tariq? I want to say this. The Democrats ain't going to save us. The Republicans ain't going to save us. Maryland is going to save us. African-American Maryland movement. Tariq, I want to say one more thing. I represent the state of, I'm a mid-Atlantic nationalist. And I think we need to have a debate on your show. Get the people from Georgia and the people from Maryland. And we need to determine the best state for black people to live in, and it's going to be Maryland. If you go to my YouTube, African American Maryland movement, I can prove you Maryland is the only state for black people where we can really thrive. Not Atlanta.
Okay, let us know how. You keep saying Maryland. You keep telling us this Maryland movement, but you're not being specific, and I don't want to go watch no videos. I want you to kind of give me the clip notes now. Why Maryland? What are we going to do in Maryland? What are we going to do about the economy and to sustain ourselves in Maryland? What are we going to do in Maryland? Now, how's that going to work? I'm not negating your idea. It might be something fly. I'm just spell it out. You got to spell it out and sell it, brother. Go ahead, Long. Long, unmute yourself, brother. He's probably still talking.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Now sell it. You got to sell the idea. You're not selling the idea that good, sir. Now, why are we going to move to Maryland? What's the benefits of moving to Maryland? How are we going to sustain ourselves economically in Maryland? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Maryland has, like I say, once again, we have a strong black population. We have a lot of HBCUs there. If you know anything about successful black people, have you ever heard of Prince George County, Maryland?
I have.
Yes, sir. Thriving black FBA communities. Baltimore, and I'm gonna tell you why I say Baltimore. Right now, Baltimore is cheaper than Atlanta, Georgia. And if it's only thing we gotta do, because it don't cost a lot of money to fix things up, if we can start in Baltimore and connect DC together. I got one of my videos is called Maryland's Black Economy. And one more thing, all the greats come from Maryland. All the great actors, all the great thinkers. The greatest of black America comes from the state of Maryland. That's why I'm a mid-Atlantic nationalist.
All right. Thank you so much, bro. I done gave this brother every opportunity to present it. Just sell it to us. You're not selling it to us good. You're just kind of saying the same thing over and over. That's why the idea doesn't sound that good, brother. It doesn't sound that enticing because you're not selling it that good. And the fact that you can't sell it that good, it's not that good of an idea. When I ask for particulars, listen, Baltimore is going to be the lick. That's where the HBCUs is from. Danny Glover was born there. They got cheesesteaks written down from Philadelphia. They got clam chowder. Understand me? Clam chowder. That right there should let you know that that's what we supposed to be. This man created clam chowder. Now, we need to go there. Tony Braxton is from D.C. and Maryland. You understand me? You're a labor union member. I mean, you're not selling it, sir. You're just not selling it correctly. I'm asking for some particulars, and it's all over the place. Listen. You know, I really got to do some marketing classes. And I've been wanting to do it for a minute. I'm going to do it. I got to teach y'all how to market your stuff, man. Got to teach people how to market their stuff. And you know what? First of all, the first step of marketing your stuff is have something that's very tangible and viable and just really something that you can really stand by. This brother, he can't really stand by this idea. I think he knows it's all over the place because that's why you can't really sell it that well. When you cannot sell your product that well, deep down you don't believe in it. You know it's a bunch of plebiscite babble. You got to believe in whatever you are pushing. You got to really truly believe in it. You got to live it. You got to lead by example. Because he said he's in LA. He's not even out there. You're in a whole different state pushing this Maryland Wakanda narrative. That don't sound good on paper, brother. And shout out to Maryland. But brother, that's a hard sell on paper. Just, hey, let's all move to Maryland. That's where we need to go. Boy, Maryland, no disrespect. Maryland is not popping like that. No disrespect to Maryland. It's a hard sell, brother. That's a hard sell. There's a lot of dilapidated houses and buildings out there. Yeah, it's cheap. But that's kind of a hard sell. You're not really packaging the sale to make it make sense. Loop, what's up, Loop?
How's it going, Tariq? Good evening.
I'm good, Loop. Where you from, brother?
New York.
New York. Are you a Puerto Rican, white, Italian? What are you? FBA?
Yeah,
really?
I know. It's the voice. I know.
Where's your family from?
Carolinas.
North Carolina, South Carolina? How long y'all been in New York?
A few decades now.
Okay. Do you go back to visit the Carolinas? To visit your family?
Of course I do.
Okay. What does your grandma cook down there for you?
Yams, cornbread, fried chicken. I was never really a mac and cheese kind of person, which I know is weird. But the usual cabbage.
What kind of tree? In your grandmother's yard down in the Carolinas? What kind of trees does she have in the yard?
I really go down there.
You really go?
Yeah. But I have a question for you, Tariq. I know you're big on entertainment, right?
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on Aaron Pierre being casted as Green Lantern?
Oh yeah, ain't he Haitian or something?
Let me see. So he's Jamaican, Sierra Leonean descent, and he's from England.
Right, I know he's the UK guy, and then people think I look like that guy too. A lot of people say I look like that guy. He's in a movie on Netflix, and I heard the movie is good. I would like to check the movie out. But they got him playing a fictional character. That's cool. Green Lantern is a fictional character. I have issues when they have non-FBA people playing foundational Black American icons, because I think the energy of foundational Black Americans can be translated on screen better. That's why the movie with Cynthia Erivo playing Harriet Tubman, that's not a movie that Black people went out and supported like that, because we didn't feel the energy. There's certain nuances that foundational Black Americans have that we can capture, like Denzel Washington playing Malcolm X. That was a phenomenal role. He embodied that because they're of the same lineage. Angela Bassett playing Tina Turner, she embodied that because she's of the lineage of the person she's playing. That's why that role was so iconic. Jamie Foxx playing Ray Charles, he embodied that. He understands the FBA nuances that go with playing a role like that. There's certain things that's not on a piece of paper. You There's certain things and nuances that you gotta have to know. Like when our Bucci Bear cartoon, The Adventures of Bucci Bear, which many people love, by the way. Y'all can watch some of the episodes on YouTube. There's a cartoon we got called The Adventures of Bucci Bear. Very, very funny. One of the favorite characters is Percy Earl. Percy Earl is a fan favorite. And Percy Earl is funny because there's a lot of nuances that he has. He's like an old, elderly, foundational black American dude who's real country. Yeah. And there's like lot of little sayings and nuances that he does that's funny that you would just have to know the culture. Like there's one episode where he's helping somebody fix their car. He poured some Coca-Cola on the motor. You would have to be, you would have to understand the culture to get that reference. Little stuff like that. You would have to grow up in the culture to know what that's about. Him working on his yard singing Johnny Taylor songs. You would have to grow up in the culture to kind of even get those references. You see, so certain things are culturally ingrained. Christian, what's up, brother?
Hey, yo, what up, Tariq? And shout out to the fam. Before I get to my point, man, what's up with you? But I also look like a celebrity. I'm only 5'8", but I look like a cross between young Denzel Washington and The Rock. Just thought I'd throw that out there just to give an idea of what I look like, okay? I look like celebrity too. Just want to let that be known. But I want to let you know about Gloria Allred, man. She had a lady crying on her shoulder recently talking about Diddy, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I talked about that earlier, but go ahead.
Well, did you know that she came and she was found busted for lying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, didn't her was texting her boyfriend that, now you explain what happened.
Well, it's not, what I'm saying is the information, she was texting her boyfriend, letting them know to go ahead on with the lie. She'll give him $3 million for going along with the lie. And he's like, why would you do this? What you doing it for? And she's saying, because Diddy got the bag, that's why. But the point is, they're not promoting that out there. You're not seeing that pushed out there in the media at all whatsoever. They just keep constantly the smears get out there, but not the positive. But it's not only that, but I think people don't really realize how they are socially engineered in this country. It's major because you got Vince McMahon out here literally running sex rings, and you don't hear nothing about it. They did a Netflix special on the man, and you mentioned it. And there's credible witnesses and celebrities. You got Robert Kraft caught in with a sex ring. They literally trafficking girls in there, and he's caught right in there doing the do by police and everything. This is the New England Patriots owner, and...
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. All right, but thank you so much, brother. All right, let's get Jag Ruck in the building. Jag Ruck. You want to unmute that microphone, sir? All right. Let's get Surendra? Let's get Surendra in the place. Surendra. And we're in here 1,300 deep. Surendra, what's happening? Surendra? All right. Surendra ain't saying nothing. Let's get, let me see. Let's get Onyx in here. Onyx Mist. What's up, Onyx? All right. Onyx, you ready?
Hello? You hear me?
Yeah, what's up? I can hear you. What's happening?
Yeah, given that this election 9 times out of 10 is going to go Trump's direction, I mean, we do have to prepare ourselves for the fuckery that's going to take place. Because they are going to fill a hole. I think, because we can't be relaxed when it comes to Trump. Trump is not a friend of black society.
Man, I finally got it from my head.
Help us in the long run when it comes to legal immigration. So he's like a useful idiot to that degree. And we just have to really take this tab to build on this tab because the left and the right wing are going to be after each other. The true civil war, the war is going to be between them and the political arena very heavy for the next 4 years. So I think we have to take this tab as, time to build while they fight it out when it comes to whatever kind of issue.
Yes, indeed, I feel you. And thank you so much, brother. Let's get YK Mina. YK Mina. Oh. YK Mina, whatever your name is. YK? All right, let's get Mr. Research in the building.
What's going on, Tariq? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
Life
How
is
are you?
great, bro. You know, two quick things, man. I try to move fast. Something I noticed that I got to give you applause for. I think, and I want to hear your take on this. I think that a lot of people find difficulty with people like you and me to a credit because we know history and politics simultaneously. And there's so many people who have no idea what NAFTA is, no idea how it affected the culture and changed the dynamics of America, no idea that you had to wait a year just to fill out before you can even apply to some of these positions out here, how tight it was before black folks really came in. I think it would do the audience a real service to dig into that a little bit, Tariq. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, we might have to definitely touch on that. Absolutely. All right, thank you so much, brother. YK, you want to try it again, YK? All right, let me get YK out of here. Let's get Gordon. Mr. Gordon, hop in. All right. Trying to get some new faces in the building because we do have a lot of people in here. Let's get this sister down here. Let's get Just Cakes. I ain't seen Just Cakes in a minute. Let's get Miss Cakes in the building. Where you at, Just Cakes?
Fam, how y'all doing?
How you doing, Just Cakes?
I'm okay. I'm out here in Chicago still. They just had a city council meeting about the Hispanics are feeling away because Brandon Johnson changed how many people was on the CPS board, the Chicago Public School Board. And they were saying that they went from having 3 Hispanics on the board out of, I think it's like 5, 3 or it's like either 5 or 10, to having 1, and that's unacceptable. In the city council meeting, they said that it must be a Hispanic in every leadership role and power. They putting it all out there. They saying the quiet part out loud.
Now, you know what? That's interesting because, and thank you for the call, beloved. That's interesting what Cakes just said because, see, they demand that somebody from their lineage is on the panel that's in a position to make decisions. They demand that. When we demand that we need some FBAs in these positions, they try to play the xenophobic card. Family, stop letting them shame you. It ain't xenophobic. Everybody wants one of their representatives from their lineage somewhere making decisions on power. We need to be the same damn way. That's why I'm adamant about looking into people's backgrounds and having people from our foundational Black American lineage on these task boards, on these city councils, all that. That is very significant. That is significant, guys. That's why Kamala, I ain't feeling her ass either. I ain't feeling a lot of these non-FBA people acting as our representatives because they have historically, repeatedly done a horrible job. Just look at what we're getting now. Nothing. Let's keep it a bean, man. The reason why we ain't getting nothing out of the political system right now, we got a bunch of tethers in the reins of power. Every time we have a reparations task force and some funny, janky stuff is going on, we start looking at people's background. They're Caribbean and Puerto Rican and Black Latin and all of this stuff, or Afro-Latin. That's why we ain't getting what we're supposed to get. We got to clean this stuff up. That's on us. And we got to stop being afraid to tell people it's lineage business over here. We're not going to do the whole we are one big melanated family because y'all ain't on that. You're just not on that. We've been towing that line, and we're not going to be the only ones towing that line. We're going to do what everybody else is doing. Look out for their ethnic group. Look out for their lineage group. There's a reason why they keep trying to Africanize us. Every time we start talking about our FBA lineage, you got these no FBA. You African nigga. It's a desperate attempt to Africanize us. Family, don't ever forget, we have had an ethnogenesis. We are a new ethnic group. We are our own distinct ethnic group that's been here longer than anybody. We are the only ethnic group that's indigenous
to the United States because we built the United States. We are indigenous to the United States. We're not talking about the red Native Americans that were around North America, because they're not really a part of the United States government like that. They didn't have anything to do. I was just explaining that to Crackified Cat yesterday, the white supremacists who called up trying to Africanize us, but it's always the white supremacists and the tethers trying to Africanize us. And let them know, we are an ethnic group. We built this country. We're the only group that's indigenous to the United States because we built it from the ground up. There was no United States until we built it. We are indigenous to the United States. We were not brought to the United States. We built the United States. We gotta word things correctly, because people frame these narratives. We all were brought to the U.S. That makes you, that almost puts you in the same category of an immigrant. You were not brought to the United States. You are not an immigrant. You're not anywhere near an immigrant. You built the United States. Exclusively, you were the ones who built it. We got to look at it from that perspective, because that's what it is. I don't want to hear about these people talking about how they came and did the railroad. Railroad my ass. Y'all came later and just expanded on what was already built, and you got wages for it. You were actually paid when y'all were able to expand part of the railroad. The hard work and the heavy lifting was already done. And the railroad system in America was exclusively built by foundational black Americans. The establishment of it, we were enslaved by the railroad companies. And not only that, we were designing some of the things that had to do with the railroads and trains and train cars and all of that stuff. We were very instrumental in a lot of that architecture and the inventions of it. You understand? Look up some of the inventions of people like Granville T. Woods, and there's so many things that we were. And these are the people who were allowed to get credit for the innovations, because we have to understand, when we were enslaved, we were still creating things. We just didn't get credit for it because it was illegal to give a patent to somebody who was enslaved. That was us. It was illegal to give a patent to them. But right after slavery, bam, we pop out there with 50,000 patents. Yeah? So just imagine the things we were creating during slavery, which were many, many things. Even the cotton gin, people try to give that up to Eli Whitney. The myth has always been it was actually an enslaved black person who created that, and that would make more sense. Why would a white man create a damn cotton gin? What the hell would he create that for? Now, a black person would create that and say, hey, you know what, I need to make my work easier. This is hurting my fingers. Hey, look at here, boss, I created some with that metal and the nuts and bolts you gave me. Look what I created. This is going to help the cotton, separate the seeds and everything a little bit better. Oh, cool. Okay, let me go patent this and put my name on it. Thank you, bro. That's all that happened. That's all that was. That's all that was. We created a whole bunch of stuff, man. I'm talking about that in this new book I'm writing. We were the original doctors. You had black people, and they were calling them doctors, too. There was a brother named Dr. Caesar, and I talked about him before. He was in, I think, South Carolina. A guy named Dr. Caesar, who came up with an antidote for snake bites. That's how the white supremacists learned how to cure themselves from snake bites. They got it from a black man who was a root worker, who was enslaved, named Dr. Caesar, out of South Carolina. And he was smart. He was like, hey, look, y'all want to learn how to, cure them snake bites? I can show you. And he kept demonstrating to people. People got a snake bite, he would cure them. He said, hey, I can show you how to do it. You're going to have to give a player some of that freedom, though. And they gave him his freedom. So we would negotiate our freedom to show people some of this stuff. Yeah? There was another sister who was a root worker who was healing a lot of people back. I think she was, where was Miss Jenny Snow? I think that's her name. Was a foundational black American woman who was enslaved. I think she was somewhere on the East Coast, probably Virginia, and there was all types of disease outbreaks. I think yellow fever, something was happening, and she cured everybody. It was a foundational Black American woman who came up with the remedies to cure everybody. So we were the original doctors. You know, the white supremacists just studied us and just whatever we created,